Chapter 2. Historical Shadows. While the modern UFO and UAP phenomenon has captured global attention in recent years, reports of strange aerial objects and unexplained lights in the sky are far from new. Historical accounts, sometimes dismissed as folklore or misinterpretation, provide important context for understanding the continuity of these phenomena. From medieval chronicles describing celestial ships to early 20th century pilot and naval sightings, anomalous aerial activity has been consistently observed across cultures and eras. These historical shadows are critical. They suggest that the modern wave of UAP reports may not be a novel occurrence, but part of a pattern that spans centuries. One of the earliest well-documented accounts comes from the mid-15th century, when European chroniclers recorded sightings of fiery disks moving in formation across the sky. While interpretations of these events varied, contemporary reports indicate that they were observed by multiple independent witnesses and included unusual flight behavior that defied known explanations of the time. Similarly, reports during the late 19th and early 20th centuries describe metallic or luminous objects appearing near populated areas and moving in ways inconsistent with balloons, kites, or early aircraft. In these cases, eyewitness descriptions often emphasized sudden acceleration, abrupt stops, and instantaneous changes in direction, behavior that resonates with modern UAP encounters. The 20th century introduced both technological advancements and new forms of documentation. As aviation and radar technology developed, military personnel began recording sightings with increasing precision. World War II brought the term Foo Fighters, used by Allied pilots to describe mysterious glowing objects that followed aircraft over Europe and the Pacific. Post-war, the 1947 Kenneth Arnold sighting near Mount Rainier in Washington state marked a turning point. Arnold described 9 crescent-shaped objects moving at incredible speeds, coining the now famous phrase, flying saucer. His report, widely covered by the press, catalyzed public awareness and prompted early government investigations, including Project Sign and later Project Blue Book, which systematically documented thousands of UAP sightings. Historical patterns also highlight the recurrent association of UAPs with military or nuclear sites. Declassified documents and anecdotal reports suggest that sightings were disproportionately concentrated near defense installations, missile silos, and nuclear research facilities, both in the United States and abroad. Some researchers argue that this pattern indicates a targeted observation of sensitive human activity, while skeptics maintain that increased vigilance and instrumentation in these locations simply result in more frequent detection. Either way, these historical correlations underscore a critical investigative point. UAP phenomena are not merely random or coincidental, and their recurring proximity to strategic assets warrants serious scrutiny. Global accounts further strengthen the investigative case. In the 1950s and 1960s, reports emerged from the Soviet Union, the United Kingdom, and Japan describing unexplained objects displaying flight characteristics similar to those documented in the United States. Consistency in behavior, sudden acceleration, hovering, and unexplainable maneuvers across diverse geopolitical contexts suggests that these phenomena cannot be easily dismissed as culturally specific myths or misinterpretations of conventional technology. By tracing patterns across decades and continents, researchers can identify persistent features and anomalies that may point to either unknown natural phenomena or technologically advanced entities. Historical analysis also offers lessons in critical investigation. Many early reports were met with skepticism, ridicule, or outright dismissal, but modern scrutiny often validates at least the basic factual accounts, even if the underlying explanation remains elusive. Understanding the historical record allows investigators to differentiate between credible patterns and isolated anomalies, providing a structured framework to assess contemporary UAP reports. It also reminds us that the question of unexplained aerial phenomena is not a passing curiosity. It has challenged observers, scientists, and governments for generations. In conclusion, the historical shadows of UAP sightings reveal a persistent and perplexing presence in human observation. From medieval chronicles to mid-20th century military reports, the behaviors, locations, and repeated patterns of these objects lay the groundwork for the current investigative effort. By examining the past with a critical, evidence-based lens, researchers gain both perspective and context for the modern wave of sightings. This chapter prepares the reader for the technical and scientific analysis to follow, including satellite anomalies, military encounters, and high-profile government disclosures that define the modern UAP landscape.